Oh, that's
Well,
tough. What
that's
is
a
up, dog?
banger of an intro. I
Yeah,
appreciated that very much.
let's
I'm
go.
gonna
Yeah,
go.
nice little surprise there from the GOAT, Phil himself. It is Mike and Nick here with CST, just going live late week for the UFC 307 breakdown. We're going to talk about the fights ahead of Saturday, and this card's going to be a banger, guys. This is our first time going live for the channel, and we're going to look to start doing this more, drop the early predictions as well, and just get active and get after it.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. I'm actually trying to share this to my social media right now, so I'll be giving you guys my full attention here in a second. Fuck the Commanders. I'm a Cardinals fan. That was a tough L we took, to say the bare minimum, to say
Dude,
the barest of minimums. But Jaden Daniels, solid. I'm a Jaden Daniels truther. Both my fantasy leagues, I picked the same quarterbacks in both leagues, Josh Allen and Jaden Daniels. So I was riding that train. I'm a truther. I hate Cliff Kingsbury, but he always gets those fantasy QB numbers, so I have to respect it.
yeah, man, I was really happy about that, especially because in my head I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna be a shootout. We just gotta outscore them, and our defense actually showed up. It was super awesome. I'm pretty happy about that. So we'll see what happens against the Browns this weekend.
Yeah, well, honestly, man, Deshaun Watson's playing a little bit better than I think people are giving him credit for lately. I know this is a combat sports channel, y'all. We're just talking a little bit of football just so I can get this shared on social media. And Deshaun Watson, honestly, should have beat the Giants. Cedric Tillman can't catch for shit. Amari Cooper tried to do a one sick-handed catch in third down. I was watching that game pretty closely because I had $100 on the Cleveland Browns at plus 700 live. Pissed. Fucking pissed. So,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
let's talk some MMA, y'all. And also, for my boxing fans out there, Nick Ball fights this weekend versus Ronnie Rios. If you don't know about Nick Ball, man, White Tyson, baby. Okay, Nick the Wrecking Ball. He's 20-0-1. Should have beat Ray Vargas. They fucked him in that one, gave him a draw, but at least they didn't give him a loss. His last fight against Ray Ford is, an instant classic in my personal opinion. If you have a chance to go watch some boxing this weekend, Nick Ball versus Ronnie Rios, top tier, top tier, top tier.
Let's go. And we'll start off UFC 307. We're going to go from the early prelims up to the main event. And the first fight of the night, we got two OGs, Court McGee and Tim Means, the Dirty Bird. Speaking of the Dirty Bird, shout out.
Dirty Bird!
That's enough football for me, but you know who I'm rocking with this week?
All right, man. You want to start this off in terms of I'm gonna be real. This is a fight I'm not gonna bet at all. This card is actually bookended by two fights I don't want to bet at all. I don't want to touch Khalil Rountree, Alex, because fucking possibly violence personified. And then you have Tim Means versus Court McGee. One, why would you ever in a bar fight watch two grandpas and want to bet on them scrapping? You're just hoping someone's going to sleep. I think Tim Means showing a little bit more oomph, a little bit more scrap in nowadays. Saw a bit more wrestler. I know that he's a wrestling coach now. Core McGee just kind of seems to quit lately. I don't know what it is. He's open to get jabbed up, and Tim Means still has a decently solid jab in the back end of it. So I'm going to go Tim Means, old school OD, Dirty Bird. Possibly, if Court McGee comes back to the throwback Court McGee and tries to wrestle, why not Tim Means by guillotine? Why not him by a front choke of some sort? I see Dirty Bird taking a dub here, and both of them retiring. Hopefully, neither of them fight after this with the utmost respect.
Just to start it off, Mike versus Nick, I'm going to go with Court McGee. I believe he trains at altitude as well, and this fight is at Salt Lake City. So they're going to be at altitude. They're both old. One of them trains in altitude. Court McGee's a good wrestler. If we're going MMA math, Tim Means shoots in on Alex Morono, gets subbed. Court McGee shoots in on Alex Morono, doesn't get subbed. So the guillotine might not be too savvy on Court McGee. He's a vet. He's a very good wrestler. And I always say, elite, I'm not saying he's the most elite level wrestler, but good old fashioned American wrestling, if it's high level, can beat jiu-jitsu a lot of the time.
I do want to say this. Tim Means is prone to get taken down. So if Court McGee were to wrestle, I can understand. Hence my thoughts of a front choke. But Court McGee, when's the last time we've seen him in these fights just wrestle? Was it the Morono fight that he attempted to wrestle? Outside of that, I feel like he's trying to become this great all-American kickboxer from this all-American wrestler. So, yeah, close fight. I personally don't have a Court McFart, shout out our boy TJ. What's up, TJ? We're glad to have you live with us, y'all.
Hey, that's
Don't
hype.
like, share, retweet this if you're seeing this on X, y'all, Twitter, whatever you call it nowadays. So, and let us know what your guys' thoughts too, as well, with this OG scrap. So,
Yeah. If anyone's watching along with us, put your picks in the comments.
And this is actually, guys, I haven't seen a single line for this fight. What's this fight lined at, Mike?
Oh, Court McGee, as of right now on DraftKings, plus 164. Tim Means minus 198. So that's another reason that I like McGee.
See, this is also why I like knowing the lines, because as a fan, what I say, I'm like, all right, yeah, I want Tim Means to win. But if Court McGee is going to come out here and wrestle for 10 minutes of 15 minutes, he should win 2 or 3 rounds. And at plus odds, I wouldn't mind taking it. But again, I'm not betting this fight. This card is completely bookended by 2 fights that you just want to watch and enjoy. The first fight, you can just kind of, have a good chuckle at 2 grandpas laughing and scrapping, which always turn out to be the best fights. Can we talk about that for a minute? Why do veteran fights always turn out to be these fucking sloppy gangster slugfest? I love them.
They want to put on a show. They know what the fans want.
And at the end of their careers, they're searching for that 50K, baby. One last go around. I love it.
Court McGee plus 3.5 is sitting at minus 135, which I think is actually playable. But there is a chance he gets finished. He is old, but I like him with the
there's a chance
energy.
There's a chance that either one of these guys get finished. Let's be honest. Tim Means is a little bit chinny too as well. So
next fight, we got an absolute banger in Carla Esparza and Tisha Torres, formerly known Pennington. Tisha Pennington and Carla Esparza. You can open this one up.
How does Carla win this fight? Where does Carla win this fight? I mean, Tisha's athletic. Tisha can strike from range, move in and out. Tisha probably wins this fight in the clinch overall. Like, if Carla tries to come in, try to do those body lock takedowns that she loves and those deep dive singles that she just seems to have zero success on anymore. Carla Esparza, isn't it so crazy that we're starting this card off? 3 or 4 fighters are complete dinosaurs, just complete throwbacks of the old school MMA days, OGs in the fight game, whether you like it or not. I'm not calling them legends, but they're no doubt OGs by definition. You have Carla Esparza that's going to come in here and spam probably 2 or 3 takedowns around. If she doesn't get success on the first 2 takedowns, she's probably just going to get punched to pieces. And I think Tisha Pennington is going to have a lot of success in the clinch. So Carla, I don't see anywhere that she wins this fight. But remember, y'all, my theory play, every single women's fight, I take the first women's fight of the night and I always play the underdog. Doesn't matter who's fighting. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the odds. If I see a plus on the first women's fight, which every fight, almost unless it's even odds, will have an underdog, I take it. Because you can go fact check me on this. That shit slaps, and the ROI on that shit is insane. It all started off with Juliana Miller, fading Juliana Miller against Dan Hardy's wife, Veronica Hardy. Ever since then, I've just been riding that train, and the ROI on it is insane. So,
yeah,
well, to answer your question, we do not see the Twitter chat in our chat. I have faith that I'm getting smashed in that Twitter chat. So,
yeah, we're gonna get everything smoothed out here as we go. So this is a solid first one. We're gonna keep moving after it, and I gotta agree. Tisha Pennington, in my opinion, should take this fight 30-27. I could be wrong. Tisha Pennington sitting at a minus 175. Carla Esparza at plus 130, 145. Excuse me. Tisha Pennington just looks to be more athletic. That last fight she had against Ricci, I thought it could have went her way. Ricci's a surgeon contender. Close fight's going to go to Ricci. But at the same time, Tisha Pennington, she looked real good. Her cardio looked good. I know we're at altitude here, but I don't think it's going to affect either of these girls too much. They're both coming off having a baby. I know Carla Esparza more recently, if I'm not mistaken. She does look like she's aged a little bit just based on her fight week pictures. That's a tough job being a mom, obviously. And she's a professional fighter, so I don't think that's going to take anything away from her game. I just don't know if at this point in her career she has all too much to offer, Tisha Pennington. But I do think this fight goes the distance, and I do think it's going to be for the favorite.
Yeah, I think I feel like Tisha, and I hate using the term lock, but I think Tisha's, think
I
Tisha's
mean,
kind of block here. What's the odds on it, by the way? Can you give me that? Even though, again, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to play that. I'm still going to undeniably play that underdog female first fight of the night regardless.
Tisha is minus 175 and Carlos Esparza is sitting at plus 145. The over 2.5 at a whopping minus 660.
Do you what's Tisha by finish?
Let's see. Tisha double chance is plus 600.
Yo, that's the play. That's the play right there. I can't even.
That's gnarly. But to be fair, though, you know,
Jay thinks it's definitely going more than 2 rounds. That's fine. I think at plus 600, that's definitely worth the finish. New mom, new wife, old school throwback, one-way traffic way style of winning for Carla Esparza as compared to Tisha. Maybe possibly getting better. I don't know if she's, getting all that great, but more chances and more ways to win. Plus 600 at inside the distance.
And Tisha trains with the champ.
Most likely doesn't happen, but why the fuck not?
A little sprinkle, a little Corey unit on that bad boy.
I don't even know what the fuck units mean, honestly, bro. People say this. I'm like, what? I have to know what your unit is for someone to be like, well, a unit here. Me, like, it says it all on my Twitter handle. I'm the lowest unit gambler, baby. I like, $25 bets. When they're straights, I like $100 bets. That's exactly kind of the way I like playing it. I like playing $25 on parlays, $100 on straights that I like.
So a unit for you would be 100 then. That's not even that small.
So I don't know at plus 600. CJ, I know Jay can see it now. Her diving into something stupid, wrist control, taking the back, rear naked choke finish. I could see it too, Jay, no doubt. Plus 600 inside the distance may be the move. So I like that for a bet. So we can move on to the next fight. But even at minus 175, that's a great straight bet too as well.
I think she's a parlay piece.
I mean, even if you a little two-legger, no matter what you like, not with the first fight again. We're not touching Court McGee, Tim Means. We're staying back, baby.
Next fight, we got a sneaky one. We got another old head in Oven St. Preux against Ryan Superman Spann. I think this one could be nice. This one could be a little bit low-key violent.
I have a feeling I know who you're going to pick.
Shoot, I'm going with my man Superman, baby.
I do it.
I picked him against a lot of people. I picked him against guys I picked him against fucking Nikita Krylov. I picked him against Bogdan Gushkov. You'd be damned I'm not picking him against 41-year-old OSP.
You know what? I'm going to take a Von Preux, St. Preux, baby, over 60-second span. I'm gonna hedge you right here. I'm gonna say that really, bro, I'm gonna trust. 1 second, I'm sorry.
You could probably, dude, on BetMGM and Bet Online, you can bet the type of submission. Him to get a Von Flue choke is probably like plus 4,000.
I highly doubt that OSP's Von Flue choke is a plus 4,000. It's probably like plus 1,000 because they know what time it is. And when Ryan Spann shoots in on top of that, well, I'm genuinely curious if OSP shoots in to set it up himself, to get himself that position. It's just such a nuanced choked. So here's my thoughts. Here's my thoughts on this fight. Let me break down how I think this fight is, because now I'm just assuming OSP. I think Ryan Spann, if OSP skirts along the cage, does that stupid front kick that he loves to do and just keeps him at bay for the first round, I think Ryan Spann comes out gassed out, and I think OSP starts to take over this fight with 2 or 3 shots every 10 to 15 seconds. And if this fight does go to the ground, I like OSP's grappling upset far more. So I like OSP, and I'm assuming he's the dog. I'm only assuming he's the dog because he's the younger fighter. So,
yeah. OSP is plus 200. Ryan Spann at minus 245 right now. He said minus 5,000.
I know. That's why I was laughing. Jay killed me with that one.
Hey, we got the Twitter. That's the Twitter post.
Oh, so we got the Twitter chat up now. Bet.
Let's go.
Shout out to Tim, still with us. My boy TJ. You got Jay.
Hey, hell yeah, TJ. The man, JC, the man. We got
Phil.
You already know.
So, and I swear, I'm being slightly contrarian, but I think the dog's gonna bark here. I like OSP. Ryan Spann is someone that's chinny. He gives up in fights, and he has cardio issues.
He has
These
low
are all
IQ.
lowest of
His IQ
IQ.
is the worst. I think given a different brain, Ryan Spann has the makings of a potential title contender, but he
Well,
beats
he's
himself.
more athletic than almost everybody.
He beats himself in there, man. Mentally he starts to lose it. And I feel like it's less cardio, more so like his own mental and IQ mistakes that he makes that cause him to just like, dude, he had Smith dead to rights. When in that second fight, dude, I had him by finish and it would have cashed a parlay for like 2 bands. And I'm just watching Smith on death's door, and he just does nothing. And then they give the fight to Smith, bro. I was sick to my stomach, bro. It was unbelievable. So I do have trouble trusting him, but Ovince St. Preux he's old, man. And I feel like Ryan Spann could crack his chin in the first round before it even gets to the ground. That's kind of what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
OSP hasn't seemed overly chinny to me in his fights, man. Like, I mean, was it Nkedu Njoku that he went life or death with? And he
Yeah, but
didn't.
Nzechukwu was scared to get knocked out after he fought Jacoby. He looked tentative. He looked scared to get hit. Like, look at Felipe Lins versus Ovince St. Preux. He just bum rushed him and knocked him out. And
Felipe Lins is a heavyweight, though, a natural heavyweight.
yeah, but
Like,
he's also old. I feel like Ryan Spann hits hard too, bro. If he can connect, I don't know. I mean, not the worst stock call.
I just don't think 60-second span is him, man. Like, he's nothing that I could ever put money on. And at minus 240 odds is fucking bonkers. It's fucking bonkers. And if you bet on Ryan Spann at minus 240 odds and he wins, good for you. But god damn it, you deserve to fucking lose. That is insane work. Insane work. Oh my God.
Him to win by knockout is minus 115. And
And if you bet on inside the distance at knockout at even money, fuck you.
Ovince St. Preux by sub plus 800. That's not bad.
That's not bad at all. That's actually great. So actually, you may be right. If you bet the exact call on BetMGM, it may actually be way better odds than I thought. Plus 800. What's it just purely inside the distance? Double chance.
Double chance.
Shout out our boy Saf Rimmons. I remember he had a tweet one time that says, if you bet double chance, you're the biggest sucker on planet Earth. And I'm like, damn, I fucking love double chance bets. They're my favorite.
Me too.
Plus 600 something I would like to play. I would just play OSP outright, just in case it got like a sneaky, shitty split decision. But that's probably the way to play this fight, if anything, is whoever you like by shitty split decision, because I can see both of them kind of gas bagging out and neither of them going for the finish by it. It's always these plays that seem so confident that someone's going to get finished because you think this guy's going to get cracked or this guy's cardio is suspect. Then they have a crazy first round. Someone goes life or death and they both survive somehow through 2 rounds. And the third round, they're just hanging on the cage and pushing each other. So I can 100% see this fight happening. What's the over under on this fight? And what are the odds on the over under?
Over under is 1.5 rounds and it's pick 'em at minus 115. I feel like the over 1.5 could be but minus 115. I wish it was plus money. But at the same time,
I'm not even greedy like that, bro. Like, I think the over 1.5 is great at even money, damn near. Like, I think that would be a good way to open the cards in the parlay department. You take Tisha and you take the over 1.5, you get plus money, and then you're kind of starting your bankroll for the day off really good before the good fights even start to happen. So I really like the over 1.5. And that's kind of the way I'm playing it. So I agree with my boy Jay here. It's truly either going to be a banger or a snoozer. The way I think it's going to play out is I think it's going to be a first round of really solid work from Ryan Spann, and I think OSP is going to slowly poke his way to rounds 2 and 3 and win it by a shitty decision. So it's kind of the way I would play it.
OSP by decision is plus 550.
And also, too, this is a great live bet opportunity because say it doesn't end in the first round, watch Ryan Spann gas like I usually think he does, or watch him look way better than I've ever thought he looks. And OSP is the one looks like he's an old man. He's ready to go. Or OSP has a great first round and then he looks like he's going to gas. There's just a lot of ways to play this fight, a lot of variables. I wouldn't play it pre-fight. The only bet I would touch pre-fight on this is over 1.5 at even money because I do think that is a good play. So,
yeah, definitely a suspect fight to bet on. Next fight also kind of sus, but I think we have a pretty, I have a lot of love for my boy Igor Pereira, and he's fighting Cesar Almeida this week. And This one hurts me. I'm just glad they're not pushing the Ukraine versus Russia for Ihor Peteria. I'm happy that he's getting a nice Brazilian kickboxing veteran and Cesar Almeida. I feel like this one's pretty cut and dry. Cesar Almeida probably wins by finish on the feet. Ihor Peteria is real tough though, and if he's able to implement his wrestling like Roman Kopylov did, I could see it being drawn out into kind of a boring wrestling fight. Or even potentially Ihor by submission. But I don't know. This fight's super sus to me. I feel like Caesar's just gonna win.
And I'm on the opposite fence here. I thought Caesar looked like shit against Budka. I'm
rooting for Ihor.
I'm not a fan of Cesar Almeida, and I don't think Ihor's all that great either, but he's getting better fight by fight. That is one thing I have to give him credit for. He has a bad chin, and it comes down to the theory of Ihor.
Ihor has a bad chin?
Like, he gets clipped every fight.
Dude, but he can eat a shot, bro.
No, I'm not saying he gets put to sleep. Listen, let me finish my thought here. You have to let me finish my thought. Let me just overall, this is why I'm taking Ihor too. He has a bad chin, but he finds a way to fight through these fights, okay? Caesar is someone that I don't think he's a great MMA fighter, man. He can be held against the cage. We've seen him to get taken down, or Ihor's not a great wrestler. It only takes a low shot to the single legs two times in one fight for Ihor to win 2 of these 3 rounds. I don't get it, man. I have a feeling that Caesar, because it's someone that he's pushing and he supposedly has this great kickboxing background, I have a feeling Caesar's going to be a decent favorite. What's the line on this fight?
Oh, shoot. I was already wanting to pick Ihor, but now I'm on Ihor. Let's go, baby.
Like, I think Ihor's getting better fight by fight, and Caesar is... Caesar, the best comment of the day so far, baby. Get your technique up, Mike. What are we doing here?
Hey, it don't matter when you got that knockout power, baby. One shot, put him down.
Mike's just big as fuck. He's like 6'4". He's Shrek in real life.
But there was a time, bro.
Real quick. What are the odds on Ihor? I have to know this. You're leaving me in anticipation.
Plus 295 for Ihor, minus 375 for Cesar Almeida.
What are we doing here? What the fuck are we doing here? I'm taking Ihor at 3-1 odds, and I pray people think I'm an idiot. I pray just the public is all over Caesar, and that line keeps running and running and running, because that sounds like a fun fucking bet.
I think it may be going down a little bit, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
hey, JC, hey, there was a time, bro, back in the day when I was the small, skinny one. And I remember people, as I got older, they were like, oh, you can only beat people up because you're big. I was like, bro, nah, I was 5'7", 120, baby. And we were still wrapping shit up. You already know. I'm getting back in the gym.
I do love the risk. And I swear I'm not just taking dog odds. The dogs bark. But Mike, I don't care how big you are, bro. I'd fucking fireman's carry you. I'd you. And then I'd take your fucking ankle,
champ, baby.
And then I'd take your ankle home with me. Exactly. You're a wrestler. That's fine. Then I'll take your fucking ankle home with me, baby.
No shot, dude. Too big, too much wrestling. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Kindergarten.
Bro.
Kindergarten. Hey, we stay champs out here.
Oh my God. This man's gonna go throw on a singlet. He's like, one second. He's gonna come back in a singlet, dog. He's gonna show us his stance, bro.
Let me dust it off real quick.
Oh man.
But I do like Ihor Peteria in terms of like a value standpoint. It's just gonna be I think it's just gonna be a very sweaty one to bet on if you're betting on the underdog here.
I know it honestly, it just seems like I'm taking dogs for the ROI, but I truly don't think Caesar's that good. I don't think he throws a high amount of volume. What proof that we have that he has high level cardio? And if he doesn't knock out Ihor, what route of victory does he have? In terms of pure striking, Ihor's going to do that stupid bladed striking stance that he does. He's going to kick at his knees with a sideways kick and stomach. And maybe he works his way to a takedown. He only needs 2 takedowns to win this fight. So I like Ihor at the dog money, and I cannot believe the line is that wide. So yeah, what do we got next?
We got Alex Hernandez and Austin Hubbard at lightweight, I believe, which I like for Alex Hernandez. He's taking a lot of damage, though.
He looked good against Jim Miller.
What was that?
He looked good against Jim Miller.
Yeah, he looked good against Jim Miller. And Austin Hubbard's kind of
honestly, bro, Alex Hernandez, at 145 his cardio didn't look good, but every first round he looked damn good and damn near. So Alex Hernandez is where's he training right now? Is he training because Factory X isn't like together anymore, right? Like Brandon Royval is part of his own camp and Zalal's gone. And does anyone know? Does anyone in the comment section, can they let us know what's happening with Factory X right now? Because I don't think Alex Hernandez is there.
It says he's fighting out of Factory X on Tapology.
Well, no, that's not up to date, I don't believe. Let me go look at his Instagram real quick. I could be wrong. I could be making shit up. But let us see here. You know, just what quickly kind of giving my ideas and discussions here is Austin Hubbard is someone that's tough as shit, and he just always kind of seems to be there in the end of the fight, no matter how the fight's going. He's resilient as hell. Alex Hernandez is someone that does have bad cardio. Even at 155, he seems to have bad cardio. He's like the perfect, I want to say, like top 25 gatekeeper. If you can beat Alex Hernandez, you're a top 25 fighter. If he beats you, you're just not that guy. And Austin Hubbard has just never gotten over that hump to me. I've never felt like Austin Hubbard had the greatest strength of schedule overall. So I personally, I'm going to take Alexander Hernandez here pre-fight. I'm going to watch how it goes. And if it seems like Alexander Hernandez is having any sort of cardio death, I'm going to take Austin Hubbard live, because Austin Hubbard does train up at up at Elevation. He trains with a good camp. He trains with Gaethje.
Take a shot too.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah, he can. That's what I said. Like, he always ends up ending on the other end of the fight. Like, he always ends up, no matter how the fight's going, he's always there to wait for the judge's decision. I don't know why I can't get my thoughts together. It's been a long day, y'all. Sorry. Work, jiu-jitsu practice. My brain is fried and scrambled. So with that being said, I am going to take Alexander Hernandez pre-fight, and I like Austin Hubbard live, possibly, depending on how the fight goes. That's how I'd play it.
Yeah, the over 2.5 is minus 230. I definitely see this one going to the scorecards.
Let's see here.
Ooh, the next fight might have a live dog. Dog might be bargaining in the next one.
So this is what I'm saying here. All right. So I want to point something out here. And I want to point something out, Jay, because you say Factory X is still around. I'm looking through. Wait, am I stupid? Does Austin Hubbard not train in Elevation with Gaethje and them? Because I just saw a picture on Alex Hernandez's Instagram of him wrestling with Gaethje.
Yeah, he might be up there because of fight week, and he's trying to get acclimated.
But that wouldn't make sense if Austin Hubbard.
I'll check where Austin Hubbard's at right now.
Yo, I'm tripping probably, bro. No, I'm not tripping. Because, okay, this is funny. So real quick. So Austin Hubbard has pictures on his Instagram. All right. So this is Austin Hubbard's Instagram, right? Look at the gym.
Yeah, he's at Elevation Fight Team.
Okay, cool. So I'm not an idiot. But then I went to Alex's Hernandez's. All right. I thought I had the craziest trip. This is barely from July 22nd. This is Alex Hernandez's same gym, right? So this is what I'm saying. I don't think he's at Factory X anymore, because I know Brandon Royval's not at Factory X anymore, right? I hope he's watching live, so maybe he can jump in and tell me I'm talking shit. Fact check me. But here's him with Brandon Royval at a UFC gym, right? I don't know who the other cats are, to be honest. But so, and it says in the caption, dropouts of class of 2024. I don't think he's at Factory X anymore. So that makes me question a few things. And if you don't have a coach behind you like that, is that a good or a bad thing? Were things bad at Factory X? Were things good at Factory X? So me personally, I'm watching this fight live. If I see something I like live, that's how I'm going to take it. I'm not betting it pre-fight, because I don't know what's going on with Alex Hernandez. Purely based off skill and athleticism, Alexander Hernandez could win this fight if he has the cardio to do such, and he's been training hard enough, and he's been with the right team. But Austin Hubbard's a fucking dog, a barking dog, and he's always going to be there at the end of the fight. I'm not going to touch it pre. I lean Alex Hernandez purely based off skill, but I'm going to watch it live and see how it goes.
I agree with that. Austin Hubbard, especially if he survives some early onslaught in the first round, he could inflate to like a plus 500, plus 600 if he's getting whooped. And
He could be this week's lazy boy.
Yeah, they'll go crazy.
Yeah, I caught Lazy Boy live at plus 450 and then live again at plus 200. I was lit, bro. I was like, fuck yes. You just got to love taking people that seem to slow down. Even though O'Day had me clenching my butt cheeks. O'Day looked damn good in those third and second rounds with his cardio. I mean, took the second off, but because he kind of was getting beat up. But the third round, bro, his cardio looked great. No issues.
Yeah. Next fight, we got Marina Rodriguez and Yasmin Lucindo. And this one, I think a dog could be barking in this one. I'm not so sure, and I'm going to stay away from it from a betting standpoint. But it could be a y'all must have forgot moment here for Marina Rodriguez. I know Lucindo's good. And
wait, Marina's the dog?
Yeah, plus 164. And Yasmin Lucindo's sitting at minus 198. Clenching your butt cheeks is crazy. Hey, when you put some money on that shit, the clench is real, man.
Hey, Dylan, in regards to Factory X, I'm a fan of Brandon Royval. I love Brandon Royval, bro. So, but that's about all I can say. So I can't necessarily disagree.
The thing about Factory X,
I can't disagree with you.
Brandon Royval.
Huh?
You said the thing about Factory X. I love Brandon Royval.
I just like... So like that's really all I got for that one, to be honest with you. It's my favorite flyweight. So
what do you think about this Marina Rodriguez? Underdogs barking or nah?
No fucking doubt about it, bro. Well, I feel like you should knew where I was going with this call anyways. I love Marina Rodriguez. I love her kickboxing. I think she's nice as shit. I love her clinch game. I mean, we've seen that she has zero grappling offense or defense as of lately. Well, offense, not necessarily, but defense. Her grappling defense is fucking trash. She can't defend a takedown to save her life. But if she can keep this fight standing, I fucking love her. And I think she will keep this fight standing. I love Marina Rodriguez here. Lucindo's never been someone that's going to impress me. She's going to run in with some bullshit body lock takedown and get knee to the body from shit. So let's go, Marina. 100%. I'm riding with that one. And that's a dog that I feel confident about. It's not someone that I'm like kind of on the fence about. Once you told me Marina was the dog, you got me fucked up. I cannot believe. I'm glad I didn't look at lines before this fight.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I like that because it gives you a less although for example,
there's no bias in it. There truly is, because I'm naturally going to be biased towards Marina, but hearing it at plus odds and something that I don't think is a 50-50 fight. If I were to cap this fight, I'm at minimum giving Marina a minus 220 tag. At minimum. I'm sorry, I meant a minus 120 tag. My brain's moving a mile a minute from tonight.
Yeah, dude. I love Marina Rodriguez. I remember when I first found out about her a while back, my best bud over here, his mom's name is Marina. So I seen her the first time I ever saw her. I was like, oh my God, Stefan, your mom's fighting. And I bet on her every single time since then. She made me money for a long time, dude. So I'll love to take her as an underdog. She's if I'm not mistaken, Yasmin Lucindo is really, really young. She might be 15 years older than her. That's one thing that sucks. Let me see Yasmin Lucindo's age.
Damn, how old is Marina? Is Marina
37? This other girl's 22. She might be 15 years older than her.
Man, that's crazy. It really starting to make me feel like I'm really coming up on unk status. I've been an uncle for 16 years, but true unk status now. What the fuck?
Yeah, 15-year age gap.
We are actually too, I want to talk about this a little bit before we get into the next fight. We've been in a wave where new fighters have been coming in for a while, right? If you look at the welterweight top 15, you got about 6 dead corpses in that whole top 15 that are far well on their way out. And then if you're given, what's another good division? Light heavyweight, a lot of dead corpses on their way out in terms of age. So it's nice to see a lot of these young talents that aren't single skillified in their skill set. They're not just wrestlers. They're not just kickboxers. They grew up fighting MMA. So they're coming up and they're great MMA fighters. It's really impressive to see, man. I like this young skill set. And fuck PFL, dog. PFL can suck some fucking you know what, because we're live. But fuck PFL. Canceling Bellator Paris, my boy Patchy Mix. Kiss my ass, dog. What the fuck is that? Oh, man. Donna Davis can kiss my ass, bro. Fuck. I've been saying it for years and years and years. PFL is the worst organization on planet Earth. Y'all should have let Scott Coker keep running the damn thing. Fuck. All right. What's the next fight?
Next fight, banger. We got Stephen Thompson. I'm going off of how DraftKings has it. This should be the proper order. Stephen Thompson and Joaquin Buckley.
Yeah, Jay, that cancellation fucking hurt my heart, bro. I wanted to see Mix take a backpack. I wanted to see everybody's Paris boy go destroy somebody. Like, I don't know how to pronounce
that. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna just get a drink real quick and I'll be right back.
Man, and Jay, I could never love PFL. And let me tell you why. No one gives a fuck about the smart cage. No one cares how fast a kick or a punch comes at you. No one gives a shit. Oh, yeah, the ref cam's cool. Well, what happens when the ref gives us the worst fucking angle possible? I don't give a shit about it then in that case. The commentary is ass. Why are we waiting 28 minutes in between each fight? We just had a 1-1 fighter destroy a 0-0 amateur. So now we have to wait 28 minutes for a cab driver to go fight some mom? Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm done with that shit, bro. So I'm just going to kind of give my prediction on the next one. I'm going to agree with my boy TJ. I like Wonder Boy here because I think Joaquin Buckley's ego is going to get in the way. I don't think he's going to wrestle with Wonder Boy unless he decides within the first few rounds that Wonder Boy still has it. Wonder Boy by side kick, Wonder Boy by front kick. Man, I would love to see an OG Wonder Boy knockout. I think it would be so badass to see. I don't think we get it here, but I can see Wonder Boy winning a 29-28 decision. Very similar to the Vicente Luque versus Wonder Boy fight. If anybody remembers that fight from UFC 244, I want to say, maybe UFC 249. I can see Joaquin Buckley having a lot of success in the first round, even though Joaquin Buckley doesn't have any cardio issues. So I'm going to take Wonder Boy here. I'm assuming by the age he's a dog, but I don't necessarily think he should be, man. I mean, there's a path to victory for Joaquin Buckley, but is Joaquin Buckley gonna wrestle like that? I think his ego is gonna get in the way. So I'm gonna take Wonder Boy. So let's get it, Wonder Boy. Sorry, I just kind of started going on a rant about PFL. Then I stopped the rant about PFL and started talking about Wonder Boy.
All right, you just had to get the
PFL. Vinny, my boy Vinny. Fuck yes. Yeah. Hey, if you guys go follow fucking our boys Jay on Twitter, our boys Vinny on Twitter, anyone want to drop their ats, go follow those motherfuckers. Vinny talks about everything from MMA, YouTube. Jay is the most interesting man on planet Earth. That's a fact. My boy TJ is the best gambler I know. So go give these boys a holler. That's for sure.
I'm going to have to go with Joaquin Buckley, honestly. I want Wonder Boy to win, and I think there's a real possibility of it happening. But at the same time, I do think Joaquin Buckley's going to wrestle. I think he's willing to do whatever it takes to get to the top, and I don't think he's going to put himself in the same position Kevin Holland did. I think he's going to make sure to wrestle, and he's going to make sure that he can get that win. And, Wonder Boy's takedown defense looked pretty good. Even against Shavkat, it looked great. I mean, Bilal got him down. Gilbert Burns got him down. Took Shavkat a little while to do so. I know he was injured. He said he was injured, but I think Buckley's explosive enough where he's going to be able to get the fight to the ground. And, you got to do some of your own research there. I know you'll trust us. We have good opinions, but at the same time, a fight is a fight, and sometimes you got to go with your gut. And my gut is telling me,
take Carla Esparza by inside the distance there, Black Magic. KJ, I say take Carla Esparza inside the distance.
My gut is telling me that Joaquin Buckley is going to do what it takes to win a decision, probably 30-27, if I had to guess. But at the same time, if we see Stephen Thompson easily defending takedowns, it could be a long night for Buckley. For me, it's not enough to bet on. I don't really want to bet on either side. This is going to be an enjoyment fight for me.
I can just see Buckley throwing those 3.5-foot looping punches that he throws from literally from the cage wall to the dead center of the cage tracking. It's pretty hilarious. And I can see Wonder Boy timing him on his way in, timing him on his way out, side kick, switching stances, getting the fuck in, getting the fuck out, and just pointing his way to a decision. But I also could see Joaquin Buckley with the route to victory wrestling his ass. And Joaquin Buckley is one strong motherfucker, and he has good cardio, man. Very underrated cardio, I think. I think when people look at Joaquin Buckley, they think he's going to be this gas bag. Nah, he can fight for 3 rounds, and he never quits on himself. So I respect the fuck out of that. Look at the Nasty Imavov fight. Never put on himself for a second. And I think he took that fight on short notice, if I'm not mistaken. or shorter notice than what it should have been. So let's ride. You like Buckley, I like Wonder Boy. We are having some issues here, brother. Someone's going to be rich at the end of this card. It's going to be either me or you. Very interesting to see.
And next fight, we got another bagger. We got Joaquin Buckley's father. We got Kevin Holland taking on Roman Dolidze at middleweight. And this fight makes me nervous, man, because I really want to take Kevin Holland. I think Roman Dolidze is not great. He said in an interview, I didn't realize it was this late. He said in an interview this week, Roman Dolidze, he didn't start fighting as a career until he was 28 years old. So he has like 7 years of experience so far in his career. He's not very young. His wrestling is bad. Somehow Anthony Smith made him look good, but I still don't believe it. I'm so upset with how Anthony Smith fought that fight. And I feel like Kevin Holland's going to be quick enough. Similar argument to why Wonder Boy wins over Buckley, except I feel like it's a little bit better here. Just Holland is long, rangy, he's fast, and Roman Dolidze does not have good wrestling. So I feel like I want to take Holland here, but I'm nervous that somehow something weird happens and he gets caught up in one of those fucked up situations like Jack Hermanson found himself in. And it's just because I like Kevin Holland that makes me more nervous, but I feel like Holland is just better.
I think Jack Hermanson and Holland have completely different styles of jiu-jitsu. And what I mean by that is Jack Hermanson wants to play the top game to where he's going to expose his legs and half guard entanglements and things of that nature, as compared to Kevin Holland is going to defensively grapple from his back, looking for triangles, long subs, and use those to get up, feet on the hips, so on and so forth. He won't get caught in some weird like calf slicer or things of that nature. That's just a little bit of grappling nerd for you, in my personal opinion. Kevin Holland, I love talking about this. If you follow me on Twitter, you've heard me talk about it 100 times. Kevin Holland is, rest in peace to my brother. It was his favorite male fighter. Trailblazer's the man. But God damn it, bro, he has the worst fight IQ ever. God, he has all the tools to beat anyone. But his fight IQ, man, his fucking fight IQ, bro. Like, he's long, he's rangy, he hits hard. He really doesn't even have horrible cardio, especially in 3-round fights. But Kevin Holland just always finds a way to make the worst decisions. He could have beat Wonder Boy if he used his wrestling a little bit. He decided not to wrestle. With MVP, he decides to stand and strike from range. It's like, Kevin Holland, what are we really doing here, brother? I love him. I think he should, purely based on tools, win. But the fight IQ idea really scares me. So,
to be fair, though, like against Wonder Boy, he went out of his way to be like, I'm not going to wrestle. And his pride carried him to not wrestling. And against MVP, I genuinely think by the time he tried to mix up with MVP, he was stronger than he realized. And he kind of was like, oh, I'm fucked.
Called MVP on our show, by the way. Just saying, man. Hey, shout out our boy Santi. Shout out Santi. Good to see you, brother. Appreciate you being on with us. Bro, like, I think Kevin Holland could win this, but I can absolutely see him making the worst fight IQ decision and somehow losing. Just like you say, it's almost an untouchable fight in terms of betting. It's almost untouchable. It's like at any moment, Roman Dolidze can catch Kevin Holland up. And one thing about Roman Dolidze is he's a strong motherfucker. Kevin Holland can make 170. He could never fight at 205. Roman Dolidze could make a career at 205. That's one thing that really does worry me, is the strength and size of it. He's going to be stronger than even Jacare was in there. So it's an unbettable fight for me. I would like, purely based on skill, Kevin Holland to win, but purely based on strength and fight IQ, I think Roman Dolidze could win it. So I'm dead split in the middle. I don't want to give anyone a winner. Just watch it live and enjoy it.
Kevin Holland did go to a decision with Thiago Santos, which is crazy because that's a big motherfucker.
And he took that fight on short notice. That was his first fight in the UFC, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see what Big Mouth's got, because everyone was turning him down. Yeah, so
gangster as fuck, bro.
Yeah, he's a
also
dog.
Thiago Santos, overrated contender. Always been, always will be. People said that he fucking beat John Jones. What a bunch of fucking dipshits.
But it was a good fight, though.
It was an okay fight, I guess. I mean, he kept walking forward into kicks.
He tore every ligament in his knee.
He kept walking forward into kicks. Like,
that shit was tough. All right, next fight. Ketlin Vieira and Kayla Harrison.
Kayla Harrison, judo toss, first round submission.
You think she's going to sub her, dude?
Kayla Harrison's going to toss her on her fucking head and sub her ass.
No shot, dude. I'm
No
going.
shot, dude.
I'm going Kayla Harrison by decision, bro. She couldn't even finish Aspen Ladd. Aspen Ladd's not good. Kellen Vieira is actually good.
Yeah, that's an Aspen lad that didn't have to cut weight and was on those PFL drugs. Completely fucking different.
And Kellen Vieira does, if I'm not mistaken, trains under the same coach as Jose
Thank you,
Aldo.
Vinny. Thank you, Vinny.
Bro,
Thank you, Santi. Thank you,
I'll take
Jay.
that bet with y'all any day. Kayla Harrison wins by sub versus not. I'll throw down on that with either of y'all.
But you do think Kayla Harrison's going to finish her?
Low key, I think Kayla Harrison's going to win by decision.
It's probably, what are the odds on that? I'm just curious what the play on that is.
Decision is plus 100, submission is plus 300, and I think knockouts plus 200 or plus 300.
Oh, get the hell out of here. Hell yeah, I'm taking the sub. If the best odds of all of them, what? She's going to finish Caitlin Vieira. I'm sure of that. I'm fucking sure of that.
I just don't think she's going to. Maybe by elbows.
She's going to finish Caitlin Vieira, stamp her name, go get that title shot. It's time.
Yeah, I think she's going to win.
It's time. The UFC's pushing for it, and they gave her the best matchup they could have gave her in the top 3 of that small division. So I'm taking the sub as well. Me and Vinny are on that. Let's ride it. Plus 300 too. That's the best odds you can get. Like, I can see a shitty scarf hold position and then finishing on some like mean ass bulldog shit. I literally could see it. I can see her
good jiu-jitsu.
And I can see Vieta with her good jiu-jitsu taking her back because jiu-jitsu players love to give their back up and love to be comfortable there. I can see her getting her back taken. And Caitlin Vieira showing those fucking PED veins, dog, and fucking finishing that bitch.
We'll see.
You know my favorite theory? All my favorite fighters are on PEDs, brother.
Kayla Harrison definitely looks like she fits the bill for that one. So,
I mean, no argument there.
Yeah, Harrison's a beast. She should win at minus 10. At minus 1050, she better be getting a finish. I just feel like the odds are too crazy. I feel like if anything, she should be like a minus 500 tops. I just think Kellen Vieira is good, and
I agree. I agree that the odds are fucking ridiculous, bro. Like the odds,
it's crazy.
I think taking women's at that odds are insane. That's why you have to look for the props. Of course, Jay, only the legal ones, only the ones that, you know, you can't get a call from someone else when USADA's coming to go, cycle off of them. No, sir. I can't disappear in this Florida hurricane. No, sir. No chance.
They're going to be all right. Kayla Harrison by decision, by sub. Who knows? Kayla Harrison's probably going to win. Minus 1050. And
minus 1050 is just so untouchable, bro.
It's just ridiculous. That's just not even real.
It's so untouchable. Imagine you're like, I'm gonna go put $1,000 on Kayla Harrison when you could just say, I'm just gonna go put 300 each way on each possible way for her to win, just for Caitlin Vieira to break your heart.
Right. Next fight, we got a banger in Jose Aldo and Mario Batista, and I have a feeling we're on the same side on this one.
Yeah. King of Rio.
Oh yeah, baby.
King of Rio.
How can you not take him?
I think King of Rio by finish.
Bro, and Mario Batista is good too. And Mario Batista is good.
MMA lab. He's an Arizona boy. I know he's good. I fucking know he's good. He's someone I've been beating the drum on for a while. Big fan of Mario Bautista. King of Rio is still him. Longevity, ridiculous. He has adapted his game. Crazy good takedown defense. He's going to strike. Mario Bautista is someone that also stands heavy on. He doesn't necessarily stand heavy on the front leg like a boxer, but his front leg is there to be kicked, and it will be kicked. Mario Bautista is someone that we can't sleep on as a fighter, but this is just a style matchup that I think is great for him. Super fucking excited. Love to see Vinny's on the same page. Jay's on the same page. That boy's a fucking legend. He's a legend. If Jose Aldo's on anyone's Mount Rushmore of MMA, there's zero argument for me, legitimately. And I always love to look at people's losses. When you're only losing to the best of the best champions, you're him. You're fucking him. So
guess the odds.
Minus 180 Jose Aldo and minus plus 150 Mario Bautista.
Mario Bautista is sitting at a minus 148 to Jose Aldo at plus 124, bro.
Hammer the fucking house! Put it down! Everything.
He's my lock. That's my lock of the week, bro.
I know I look like Crispin Glover. That's why I wear a hat, y'all.
That's
But
my lock, bro. Like, and Mario Batista is good, but Jose Aldo, he's gonna get inside the range. He's gonna use his boxing, and then when Mario Batista tries to get out, that's when the leg kicks are gonna get hammered in there. I'm telling you, bro. I don't think it's gonna be that competitive.
bro, you put the house on Jose Aldo. What the fuck?
That's that guy.
Uh,
That's a
I don't know.
lot, bro. He's the lot.
I don't know who Jacob is, but shout out to Jacob.
Jacob's fire, bro.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been so out of the MMA landscape, bro, since I took that, little
He got the Drake Bell flow.
that deserves another one for that one. That is hilarious. I look like that is so funny.
No, and I'm super happy because like the most hammerable play on the like if you had 10 bands to throw down, Jose
It's
Aldo
Jose
plus
Aldo.
3.5. Dude, even plus 3.5 is minus 190. I'd throw 50 bands on that if I could.
That is legitimately that's insane. Yeah, Jay, that's what I said. I could if I would have put my thoughts on it, I could have sworn Bautista, the younger fighter, they would have given him a way better shot. Wow. I am blown away by that. That is fucking awesome.
And the odds are not moving yet. Like I'm looking at it and maybe they moved a tiny bit. Like I caught him yesterday.
My
I think
boy
it might have been.
see this. That man's gonna go change those lines himself. He's gonna cause a fucking sandstorm, brother.
Hey, tell him wait for us.
Sandstorm. Dog. Yeah, Jose Aldo was an underdog against a Martinez too. He was a good underdog too. He's like a plus 180.
Yeah. That was my lock for that card, bro. Dude, I saw a capper.
Remember, we actually filmed that card and our parlay of the week smacked.
Yeah. There was a guy on Twitter with like 30,000 followers. And from what I've seen, he posts good plays. He tried to, bro, the craziest shit I've ever heard. It was like Martinez is like a new and improved version of Jose Aldo. And I thought that was the craziest shit I ever heard in my entire life. That was probably the most confident play I can think of that comes to mind anytime in
DJ's about to move those odds, brother.
God.
Those odds are gone. You better go get your hammer in before it happens.
He's gonna throw that bitch down.
It's over. It's over. Trust me. His car is on Jose right now. And that's the play. That is what a play.
Yeah.
Dude.
A little more than a double up. Yeah, plus 124 is such a sweet spot.
I already feel very confident about my two-legger of the week that I love, that I absolutely love. Let's finish up this card, and then we'll talk some parlays and props we like and things of that nature.
Let's do it. We got 2 fights left. Next, we got a women's title bout between Juliana Pena and Raquel Pennington. Now, this is a tough one. I'm going Juliana Pena. I don't know. I just see her winning, man. I don't know why.
Damn, you see, Jay's going to put his life savings on Raquel Pennington versus Juliana Pena. Hell yeah, Jay, bro.
Let's go, baby.
Who are you taking, Jay? Are you taking Pennington or Pena, bro? Like, oh, my God.
This is a tough one to call.
Can I be honest with you? I have zero clue who to take in this fight.
Yeah.
Because Pennington looked damn good in her last fight. I really was impressed.
But that was against Maya Bueno Silva, who doesn't have much of an option when...
And she gasses. She is another gas bag. She literally gasses so bad, but she looked damn good once again. And I believe in women, they have a longer longevity than men in MMA in terms of their curvature of their growth and skill. Look at Angie Hill, for example. She's getting better every single fucking fight. And I truly believe that. Older women can continue to get better with fights as they go on. So
Juliana has been out for a while.
I'm going to take Pennington. Hey, shout out Vinny.
Raquel Pennington is minus 170. Juliana Pena plus 142.
Fuck no. I wouldn't touch this fight with your dick, brother. No, sir. Never mind in that case. I thought it would be an even money fight at Barris. These odds on this card blow me the hell away. I feel like I'm kind of at a point where I just want to put $25 on every single dog and then put $100 on my favorite parlay of the week, put $250 on Jose Aldo and call it a night. Like, that's kind of the point I'm at with this card, bro.
One play that I think works for this fight as a parlay piece or a straight if you're betting decently heavily. I think Juliana Pena plus 5.5 at minus 175 is pretty much a guarantee. I don't think this fight's finishing, and I think Juliana Pena can win at least one round at
This fight,
minus 175.
this fight probably ends really, but you have this fight. It doesn't have to be all three judges have to add up to 5.5. That's the thing. So if she wins only one round, 49-46, that's 12 points she lost by. So she has to bare minimum win 2 rounds, correct? That's how that works.
I think she has to win one unanimously. I have to do the math, but for a 3-round fight, plus 3.5, if you win one round unanimously, then the plus 3.5 cashes. I think it's the same for plus 5.5.
I don't think so. I think, all right. I don't, either way, okay. I think if I were to, I don't want to touch this fight at all. It sounds like a horrible decision. I feel like I'm going to be out in the parking lot having a fat bong rip, taking my smoke break before the violent main event that is. So I'm not going to touch this fight. I have zero financial advice for anybody on it. I agree with Vinny. I fucking hate spreads, bro. I'm not with them. So
also, another thing about the spreads that sucks is the judges be bullshitting sometimes. So you could take a spread and you're like, oh my God, it's going to hit. And then robbery, boom.
We get fucked. Matter. You get fucked regardless in the sport. The judging is so ass.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stay away from this fight. And yeah, I'm sorry that I don't have better advice for anybody. I truly apologize on this one. This one is so up in the air to me that I'm like, and I think Pennington's getting better. I'm going to take, if I had to put money on it, I would take the girl that's getting better. And I would hope that Juliana Pena has a really good first round. So maybe Pennington could come out and win the last 4 rounds or maybe the last 3 rounds. So it's kind of my thoughts overall on it. So I say we get to the fucking violent main event that
Peloton v.
Khalil. Me. Holy shit, this fight. I don't care what anyone says. Rankings aside, y'all can kiss my ass. This fight is fun as fuck. Khalil Rountree will scrap. We'll make it fun as fuck. Hell yeah. What's up, Mike's roommate? What up, big homie?
He might have heard you.
This fight is fun as fuck. Damn. My boy Tim says Pena is a lock.
My guy.
Spokane's
I don't know about a lock.
Spokane's gonna shine, baby.
Let's go.
So
this fight for me is cut and dry, bro.
So what do you think?
Khalil?
Not.
You want to pick Khalil?
I want to, but there's like almost no way I can. Which way does he win? Like
knockout. This is his only shot.
And you can't deny this. Pereira does get clipped in fights.
He can, but is it going to be Khalil that does it? Like Izzy was clipping him. Izzy's a high-level kickboxer. Khalil, I feel like Khalil Rountree, and this is not, I like Khalil Rountree. I love listening to him talk. He's very well-spoken.
What up, BC?
He's a good guy, but at the same time, I feel like Rountree recently has been overrated by a lot of the fans, and I'm not trying to hate on him. I love Khalil Rountree. I like the way he fights. He's very violent, but I think Pereira is going to be able to stay on the outside and put him to sleep within 2 rounds.
I tend to agree with you, but God, how sick would it be? You know, what's the odds on Pereira by decision?
By decision?
Khalil, someone that won't quit on himself. It's possibly his one and only shot, and he knows that. He's going to go balls to the wall. Fuck it, baby.
Guess Pereira by knockout.
Oh, it's going to be minus 200.
Minus 330, bro.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
And low key, though, I was looking at it, bro. This is the most degen play. I swear to God, I will not put more than $25 on this. But I was just thinking the other night.
Why not?
And I'm like picturing the fight, and I was like, imagine Pereira, because he knows it's a relatively easy matchup, takes him down and subs him for the first time ever and just flips the script. Doesn't even give Khalil a shot to knock him out. Plus 1,600, throw 25 on that. You get like 450 back, like low key. That would be you'd be like, oh my God. Freaking the fuck out, bro.
I can imagine it. I mean, I don't think it happens, but it could happen. He's been training his ground game. Imagine he just worked his ground game this whole card or his whole camp. That'd be absolutely incredible. He's strong as fuck. He's strong as shit. We all know that. I like Alex Pereira by decision, actually. That's actually a play I really like. Plus 900.
That's a sweaty ass play, bro.
It is sweaty because Pereira has power for all 5 rounds. It's sweaty as shit, but you know what? Minus 300 for knockout. There's 0 point in taking that. Taking a prop bet, anything that's more than dog odds is absolutely bonkers to me. The sub prop is fun as fuck, and that's just as much of a sweat as the decision prop. He can clip him just as well as they get to the ground. And if they get to the ground, who says they finish? Who says they finish? I think this fight, again, as I started with the beginning, I'm bookending this card with I'm not fucking touching the Court McGee Tim Means fight. I'm not touching the Alex Pereira Khalil Rountree fight. But now we're talking about it, and I think I will put $25 on him on Pereira by sub, and I'll put $25 on Pereira by decision. But I'll also put $25 on Rountree by decision.
Dude, Rountree by decision is fucking juiced.
What is it?
Plus 1,600.
How do I not? How do I not? Like, if it happened, it'd just be such a fun little. I just paid for my lunch and my phone bill for the fucking week. I'm hyped as fuck. Paid for my phone bill for the month and my lunch for the week because Khalil Rountree wanted to fucking skirt on the outside and oblique kick him to death. I'd be happy as fuck with that. All he needs to win is 3 rounds. These are all things, let's be honest here. Pereira probably chins him and knocks him out early. But what fucking happens if he does it? And what happens if we see a little grapple fucking? And what happens if we see some crazy decision longevity?
I can go the distance.
And you guys are telling me that Vegas won't want this fight to go the distance?
It's just so, like, for example, Derek Lewis and Almeida to go the distance, no, was like minus 1,800. For this fight, it's only minus 1,100, which is still crazy. But fight to go the distance, yes, is only plus 550, which makes me think they're not sleeping on it too crazy. But the fact that both fighters by decision is super, super juiced.
Just something's off with one of those lines are off, man. Whether those dog odds on the decisions are wrong or whether that they don't have the decision of the fight go to the distance right. So I'm going to fuck around if I have a good night and fuck around with those 3 props. I'm going to take the Pereira decision, the Khalil Rountree decision, and of course the Pereira sub. I may actually go a little bit lighter on the sub prop just because I think the decision prop is far more likely than the sub prop. So, I mean, let's talk about some parlays, bro. What do we think about some parlays for the night? I am going to finally pull up these odds so I can make a few fun parlays.
I'm looking at a parlay. I'm cooking a parlay that I like here.
Well, I'll tell you my parlay that I consider what I would consider my quote-unquote lock of the week parlay here.
I feel like Aldo and Tisha Pennington.
That's literally what I was putting together. Was I swear to God.
Plus 252.
Aldo Tisha Pennington, bro. I love that.
That's like the most 2 confident picks I have on the entire card. And a lot of the other ones I'm a little bit nervous about. Like, for example.
Honestly, too, as well, I could go even with another woman dog for a 2-leg is Aldo, the Brazilian dog parlay. Marina Rodriguez, Jose Aldo, 491. Plus 491.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
My most confident is Tisha Aldo. I would love Marina Aldo too as well. I think that would be absolutely insane, bro. So
yeah, some interesting ones on this card. I could even go father-son duo, Buckley and Holland. That's a plus 139. But that's nerve-wracking. That's a nerve-wracking plus 139. So then you could throw in a staple like a Jose Aldo or a Tisha Pennington there as well. Like if I was going to go Kevin Holland, Joaquin Buckley, Tisha Pennington, and Jose Aldo for a sweaty 4-leg, that brings you to plus 744. $100 gets you $744 in return, which is not bad. But then again, I'm nervous about Buckley and Holland. The father-son parlay, baby.
Yeah, if I were to do a fun 3-legger with some dogs, I would do Almeida Pretoria over 1.5, Oven St. Preux and Stephen Thompson, the OG parlay essentially at plus 1,470. So
wait, what is it?
It's Pretoria Almeida over 1.5, Wonder Boy And you have Oven St. Preux, which I know you're going to take your boy, so you wouldn't like this anyways. At plus 1,470 odds.
It's pretty juicy.
It is very juicy, and I like all three of those, actually. I think Ehor is going to go over 1.5 and work his way to a win. I think Wonder Boy is going to show us one more vintage Wonder Boy because I think Joaquin Buckley is going to be too egotistical to wrestle with him. And again, I like OSP, especially after round 1. So,
dude, we should. So, DraftKings and FanDuel for the pay-per-view are going to drop parlay boosts. We should craft a little magic for a parlay boost.
I would love that. We'll do
whenever
that.
It drops. Yeah.
We'll get our boy Delinquent MMA in there, have him throw in a leg, and we'll do a nice little CST parlay of the week.
Yeah,
we will drop the link on the Twitter so you fuckers can follow the actual parlay itself. It'll be sick. Yeah. It'll be fucking sick, dag.
Let's go, dude. I'm really looking forward to this card. I feel like
I am too, bro. People were hating on it. It's not worth $80, but I'm gonna go to a bar and watch it. So fuck it, or I'm gonna stream it. So I'm stoked.
Yeah, me too, dude.
This is like I feel like this is like a fight card for OG fight fans in a way. Like this isn't a fight card that if you've been, and not even necessarily even 2 OGs, but if you've been watching fights within the last 10 years or so, you're going to love this card. If you just started watching the last 2 or 3 years, you're kind of going to be like, it's going to be a little bit off-putting, I would say. So, Jay, you think this card is good because you're an OG fight fan, my brother. That's the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers like us are going to love this shit. If you're a new cradle, you still got a little bit of shit on your diaper, you may not love it as much.
Yeah, this one's going to be fire. I feel like there's going to be some good finishes, some good back and forth. Like, for example, the old heads, McGee and Means, and then you got Austin Hubbard and Alex Hernandez, who aren't as old, but those guys have been, they're all vets. And I feel like those are going to be good fights. And then you got fights where they're potentially violent finishes, like Ryan Spann, Jose Aldo, Mario Batista probably goes long, but it's going to be a banger. And then the main event is guaranteed violence as far as I'm concerned. So
guaranteed violence. And honestly, Court McGee, Tim Means, it's going to open up the card. They're going to slap each other around. Unless Court McGee decides to wrestle, I'm telling you, bro, it's going in, y'all. It's going to be sick, man.
More than half the card. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. It's been super cool for the first time that we are doing a live that the homies were in here commenting as well. So that's real cool of you guys. We love breaking down the cards. I just love talking about fights. Me and Nick can go back and forth all fucking day. We could take forever on this joint.
Literally, bro. It's dope. We have I wish we had a little bit of Bellator for Paris at some point to talk. Again, if you guys like boxing, Nick ball boxes this weekend. It's gonna be fucking awesome. We're gonna drop a little PFL preview. I say we should do coming up for the Battle of the Giants here, man. So
100%.
Hey, man, listen, a Khalil Rountree title fight, it guarantees violence. That's what it does. It doesn't matter. Put the rankings aside. If you were to say, hey, yo, Alex Pereira and Khalil Rountree are going to go scrap at the basketball court, you're telling me the whole school isn't ditching the next class to watch them scrap? The whole fucking school, brother. The whole school. If they said, yo, Carla Esparza and Tisha are going to go scrap at the basketball court, no one's missing class for that, big dog. Okay? Let's be honest. Let's just be real here. I have an unpopular opinion. Magomed Ankalaev absolutely deserves the title fight. The better fight is Khalil Rountree, Alex Pereira.
Magomed didn't want to fight. He didn't want to fight. He's like, nah, I want to fight in Abu Dhabi. Motherfucker, you going to fight when you're supposed to fight.
Love you, Big J. Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah, big love, JC.
Guaranteed violence. No fucking doubt about it. I'm not mad at it, bro. Like, put the rankings aside. Our boy Phil has a great point, man. Like, bro. Let's fucking go, boys. BC, it's going to be a sick fucking card, dog. Let's go. I'll leave my wedding to watch that fight. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, hold on. Those fools are scrapping in the parking lot. We're out of here, dog. I'm telling you. Hey, guys, it's gonna be a great night of fights for us, man. We're gonna do this live, hopefully next week. A few more coming up. We hope you guys can join us, man. It was sick as fuck. Really, I have nothing else to say besides that, man. I appreciate you.
Want to drop if we can start getting going, drop Monday predictions, Sunday predictions, stuff like that, and then maybe go live 1 or 2 times, a couple times during the week, talk about different topics like best bets or full card, post weigh-in, little stuff like that. We're gonna keep trying to pump out more content as much as possible. So I appreciate y'all joining, and we're gonna be back at it soon, baby.
Fuck yeah. Don't forget OSP sub plus 600. Fuck the world, dog.
Let's go.
Peace.